This seems both familiar and confusing at the same time.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the Transformers Kingdom Battle Across Time Collection, Maximal Grimlock, and Autobots Mirage. So here we are, and there they are, and first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging right up front here. You can see some lovely, lovely artwork of Grimlock and Mirage. On this side you have the lovely Kingdom artwork. On this side of the box we have some more artwork with dinos and jets, and yes, deluxe class, up top, War for Cybertron Trilogy, symbols on the bottom, words, things, barcodes. On the back of the box you have your obligatory product shots, and one more thing to show off is if you have both of these sets, both of the Battle Across Time sets, you can put the two boxes together and it makes one picture, which is pretty cool. Hooray for pictures. And that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have a Grimlock and Mirage. So you know what, we'll save Mirage for later. First, we'll take a look at Grimlock. Yes, this is Grimlock. And this is a recolor, slight remold of Dinobot, just as the original Beast Wars Grimlock was. Just a repaint of Dinobot, but yeah, here he is in his Dino mode. Let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin of his. Look at that noggin. Nice green for the eyes. I like that shade of green they use. It just really pops. Very nice shade of green. And again, just love the texture that's molded in. Looks very nice. Just when the light hits it, just really pops. But yeah, the coloration, very nice. You got some whites, some grays, some blacks. Yes, the very long hands. Hi, how you doing? And the big old claws. And the robot mode feet just kind of hanging out back there. And the tail. Yeah, I mean, everything we've seen on Dinobot. There's the top, there is the bottom. He slides as Raptors should slide. Hooray for sliding Raptors. And for comparison, here he is with Grimlock. Grimlock and Grimlock. Not to be confused with the law offices of me, Grimlock, Grimlock, and Grimlock. It's a very old gag I did. But here he is with the Dinobot. And as far as the Dino mode goes, there's no difference in molding. There's only differences in the coloration. Other than that, it's the same thing as far as the Dino mode goes. So, there you go. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head can move down. There is no rotation, but you can open up the mouth. Be all like, brrr. You can see the tongue in there is painted red. His little arms can rotate, can move in and out. You have an elbow joint there, which will give you 90 degrees of bend. His little hands are on the ball joint, so you have rotation. They can move in and out. The back legs, you don't have too much articulation just due to the way this transforms. Otherwise, things are just going to start coming undone. You can move it up if you want to, but that exposes a lot of stuff that you probably don't want to see. Robot motor otherwise. Knees can move forward and back. You got the foot that can rotate, and the claws can move downward, and it can move upward a bit. And as far as the tail goes, nothing at the tail. It wiggles, but you can wiggle it off. So that's pretty much all you get there as far as articulation in Dino mode goes. And yeah, that is basically it for the Dino mode. What you see is what you get. The only thing that irks me is, again, just like with Skywarp, just a seam that's just going right down. I don't like that. Don't like it. It is what it is, but overall, Dino mode is pretty good. But that is it for the Dino mode, so let's get down to transformation, shall we? Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know why I thought that was going to be a good idea. It's never a good idea. It's really never a good idea. But let's get down to transformation. So, start off, bring the legs up. As you can imagine, this transforms exactly the same way as Dinobot. Let's remove the tail just to get that out of the way. What parts for me? Shh. Boop. Sorry. So you just want to unclip the legs. You have a little tab that goes in there. You just want to untab that. And then once you do that, you can bring the legs down. Untap that. Bring the legs down. Get the little arms out of the way here. You want to rotate this whole wastial region. You close this panel up, like so. Open up the feet. Open up the heel. Straighten the leg out. There you have the leg all done. Second verse, just like the first. Just close that up. Bring up the foot. Bring out the heel. It is quite stiff on mine. And just straighten out the leg. There you go. Then you take the dino head. Just collapse that down. Like so, and we're pretty much done with the lower body, and now we move on to the upper body. So you want to take the base of the tail here, just undo that to reveal the head, and then all of this will come up, this will rotate around, this will come down and clip over this hinge right there. Bring in the tail. You have these slots on either side for these tabs on either side of the tail here, so just get that clipped in like so. You want to bring the arms up, get them out of the way, and then you want to take this section here, rotate it, and rotate, and then we can bring all of this down like so to finish off the chest. Little hands have slots for these tabs. Just tab that in, rotate it, and then these will flip in to the body. There's a little tab that's supposed to go into the finger. That never really works out too well, but yeah, no, you can just, it's fine. It's merely a suggestion more than a real locking point, at least with this version of the mold anyway. So just rotate, bring that in, have it sit where it needs to sit, and then you just rotate the arms at the shoulder, bring the arm down, just close that hand up, rotate it so everything is oriented properly. Second verse is like the first, rotate down, goes up, rotates, and there you go. There you have Grimlock in his robot mode. And it just looks like Grimlock with a different head. But hey, I like this mold, so I'm mad at it. I'm mad at it. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at that noggin. You can see it is a Grimlocky head sculpt going on there. You do have some green for the eyes, if you can see it. You got some green for the eyes in there. And everything else is what we've seen on Dinobot. You get some red on the sides there. He has two-tone feet. Two-tone legs. Well, no. Not too bad. Like I said, I like this mold, so I ain't mad at it. I like it. I like it. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, so you have all your wiggly-waggly. Can't look up, can't look down. Head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360. Can move in and out. You got bicep rotation. You have 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. Wrist can rotate. Hands can also move in and out. With that hinge, you can open and close the hands. You have a waist rotation. Legs can move forward that far, back that far. You have to kind of bring it out to do it. Outward, do the full splits. You got thigh rotation, which is quite snug on mine. 90 degrees of bend there at the knee, and the feet, they can move up slightly, they can move down a lot, and you have lots of ankle tiltage. Now, as far as the tail goes, if you want to, you can just leave it right back there for storage. Hey, you can do that if you want to, but you can wield this as a weapon. We can open the hand up, and we can open this up like so. Plug that into his hands, and we can have that going on if you want to, or we can remove this part and plug this into his other hand, and he can have his sword like so. So you can poke, poke, stab, stab, poke, poke, stab, stab, and all of that good stuff right there. So hey, all things you can do if you want to do it. And now for comparison. Here he is with Grimlock. Just because. Just because. And There he is with Dinobots. And again, you know, the only differences are just the head sculpt and the coloration. Other than that, it's the same figure. But we'll give you the turnaround so you can see who's who, what's what, and where's how. But there you go. So that is it for Grimlock, and now let's bring... That was actually the best case scenario there. But now let's bring in Mirage. Let's take a look at him. So here's Mirage in a more earthy mode than his Siege version. But that's getting closer, so we can take a look at the details. We got the big Autobot symbol right up front. Got silver for the rims, number 26. Got a little bit of like a steering wheel or something going on in there. Not a whole lot going on. There's a lot of white, a lot of blue. And silver rims. Got the big spoiler there in the back. Done in white and blue. In the back. Got a little bit of detail going on back there. Yeah, there is the top. There is the bottom. He does roll, as rolling things should. Hooray for rolling. And for comparison, here he is with Siege Mirage. And you can see they actually did a good bit of remolding to this figure. The leg transformation is the same, but the upper body transformation is different. So you also have some new engineering going on here. But yeah, they did do quite a bit of remolding. You don't have the big faux part just hanging out the back there. But yeah. They look similar, but at the same time, they are quite different. So, there you go. Now, as far as accessories go, he does include his weaponry. He has his gun here, which is the same gun that came with the Siege version, as you can see. And he does have his missile launcher, which is exactly the same as the one that came with the Siege version. The only difference is the Siege one has black paint on it, and the Kingdom one has no paint on it. So yeah, a little bit of a downgrade there, but hey, it is what it is. But you can plug these onto the vehicle mode. You have ports here on either side. You can plug one weapon here. You want to turn this sideways, you can plug this one here. There you go. You got them all armed up for pew-pewing and bang-banging, pew-pewing and bang-banging. There you have that. And that is basically it for the race car mode. So let's get down to transformation, shall we? Oh, Jesus. Just smacked right into my tripod. Just smacked right into it. Jeez. Jeez, man. Jeez. Alright, so let's get down to it. First thing you want to do is come here to this section. Just pop this up and split this. Split the spoiler. And then we can raise all this up on this hinge here and swing it out. And same thing here, just raise that up, swing that out like so. At this point now, we can bring back this little panel here that will allow us to flip out his head. And just close it back up, that will tab into place. Take the wheels, they will flip into his back, like that. And we'll just kind of leave that as is for now. Now as far as the legs go, the legs transform pretty much the same as the Siege version. Just split everything down the middle here. There are these little tabs that are supposed to go, I don't know if you can see it. These little tabs are supposed to go in these little slots. That connection doesn't really work out too well, unfortunately. They always just either end up in the wrong spot or they just don't sit at all. Like this side actually has a little bit of a stress mark you can see in there. So that connection, not the best. But anyway, so you want to take section here, just rotate that around. This will unclip. You can see there's this little tab that clips in right in here. It's a very tight clip too. So bring that down, flip out the foot, just bring this the rest of the way down, like so. Rotate at the thigh. And there you have a leg all done. Second vest, guess what? Just like the vest. So spin that around, unclip all of this. Come on, unclip, unclip. There we go. Bring that down, bring out the foot, and Close all that up. Rotate, and there you have the legs all done. The upper body is on this double hinge here. You just want to like collapse that forward and then just kind of bring that back, and that will lock that into place. And we are at the home stretch here. You just want to bring his shoulders down, flip out his hand, the spoiler, you just rotate up, down, flip out, rotate up, and there you go. There you have Mirage in his robot mode. And yeah, not a bad G1-y little Mirage here. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. But let's get in close here so we can take a look. That's noggin. There is the noggin. And a very Mirage-y head sculpt there. Silver for the face, blue for the eyes. Autobot symbol, 26. Orc. But yeah. Oh no, not too bad. Again, you got the nice blue and white paint scheme that is Mirage. Big old feet. Actually, little toes. Yeah, that big old feet. Yeah, little toes. Little toesies. And the back, I mean, you got those wheels kind of hanging out back there. It's a little weird, a little awkward, but hey, serves as, you know, extra heel support. So I'll take it. Oh no, not too shabby. Now, articulation-wise, the head is on a ball joint, I believe, but due to the way his helmet is, you don't get too much wiggly-waggly. A little bit of up, not too much down, but the head can do a full 360. Arms can do a full 360, can move in and out. You have bicep rotation, you have 90 degrees of bend at the elbow. The only articulation you have in the wrists is just that inward movement. Due to transformation, you do have waist rotation, legs, can move forward that far, back, that far, outward. You can do the full splits. You got thigh rotation. You have a little over 90 degrees of bend at the knee, and the feet, they can move up, they can move down, and you have lots of ankle tiltage. And of course we can give him his weapons. Just plug these into his hand. Oh, as far as storage goes, we do have storage points behind his shoulders here, so you can do that if you want to. Just have him hanging out back there if you wish, but of course you can have him holding his weapons as a warrior should. As far as the missile launcher goes, no, there is no port on his shoulder. There's nothing there. Can't do it. Can't do it. You just can't do it. If you go on eBay, people have already made adapters. You can plug back here so you can have the shoulder launcher where it's supposed to be. You know, you could always, I don't know, do that or something. That's actually that doesn't work at all. That port just is of no use whatsoever. You can maybe do this. I don't know. There you go. Yay! I don't know. But like I said, if you go on eBay, people have adapters you can plug on there if you want this actually on his shoulder, or you can use my fix. You know, we can no, we can't. We're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. We're not. No. Not gonna do that. We're not. No. We're just not. We'll just put these in his hand. It's fine. Of course, you can remove this if you want to, and you know, do something with it. Do things. You can do things. You can do things. Things and stuff. Stuff and things for pew pewing, bang banging, pew pewing, and bang banging, and drilling, and all that good stuff. All of that good stuff right there. And of course, he is Blush compatible. Yes, he is Blush compatible. We can plug these onto his weapons, thusly and thusly, and we can do a big old double miraging Blush! Oh yeah, oh yeah, all that can be done. So there you have that, and now for comparison, here he is with Siege Mirage. You can see just how much remolding they did to this figure, and they did do a lot of remolding to this figure. So it's not just a straight up repaint. It's not just they changed one part of it or whatever. They did a lot of remolding to this figure. So quite nice in my opinion. Quite nice. I mean, like I said, the legs transform the same, but we have some little differences as far as the engineering goes in the upper body. But no, you get two different looks going on there. And we'll bring in Grimlock, and you know what we'll do? You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna bring in the other Battle Across Time set here with Sideswipe and Skywarp. And we can see all of these Battle Across Timers do their battling across time. So, there you go. So there you have a Grimlock and Mirage, and yeah, a nice set of figures here. Two figures that I quite enjoy, based on two molds that I quite enjoy. Grimlock is just Dinobot with a new head, but that is the tradition, so hey, I'll take it. Again, I like the mold, so I don't mind owning it again. Mirage, you know, they did a lot of remolding to the figure to give him his Earth mode, so I do appreciate that. Mirage does have a tabbing issue, just in that that waist part for vehicle mode. Obviously, the shoulder launcher not going where it's supposed to go is going to annoy people, but you know, there are ways to go about remedying that. But overall, a pretty nice set here, so there you go. Now, this set is an Amazon exclusive. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below, so you can check that out. And of course, for all your other Transformers needs, you can check out BigBadToyStore.com. As always, linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. You can also check out my Kingdom playlist for any reviews you may have missed. Also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it, so don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So, there is the Transformers Kingdom Battle Across Time Collection, Grimlock and Mirage, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Be geek, be proud, palm in your face. Oh, hey, who are you? Who am I? Do you not recognize me, Mirage? 'Tis I, Grimlock. No, you're not. How can you say such a thing to your comrade in arms? Yeah, everything about this is wrong. Do not walk away from me, for I am your king!